Hello, Central High School. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful edition of the circuit. I'm Asia Rhodes.
Stop.
Road.
I'm so sorry. No, we're starting this over again. Okay, I'm good. Okay.
Roll the intro.
It's prom week. Prom is April 30th from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. at Texas Motor Speedway. Please remember that all students and approved guests must bring a photo ID, driver's license, or school ID to enter the event. Dinner will be served at prom. Attire for the event is semi-formal to formal wear. No tickets for prom will be issued. Students will enter based on the name their tickets are purchased under. Please remember that all school rules will be enforced at prom. If you bring any prohibited items or any violation of the student code of conduct, you will be sent home from prom and will be held to other consequences at the discretion of administration. All prom attendees will be required to pass through security. No bags will be allowed. Ladies may bring a small clutch, purse less than 12 inches. Prom is not a come and go event. Once a student exits, they are not allowed to re-entry into prom. For security purposes, the front doors will be locked and there will be no entry after 9:30. Seniors, please check your email for important updates and reminders. If you didn't receive the email from Ms. Thomason and think you should have, please stop by her office on the 3rd floor by the lecture hall.
Congratulations to the class of 2022 Prom Corps. Seniors Tu Duong, Rango, Joshua Garcia, Ashley Jones, Marissa Spinelli, and Grace Lee. Voting for Prom King and Queen will take place at prom on April 30th. Are you nervous about prom? Don't be. Here are some basic do's and don'ts for April 30th.
Hello, Central High School. My name is Vanessa Hewley, and I am here with Ms. Trowbridge. I'm going to ask her some questions about prom do's and don'ts. So my first question for you is, yes and no on like dress codes, because that's a hot button issue.
Yes, that is a hot button issue.
So what dresses do you want to see? What like suits could be okay? What could get us in trouble? That kind of thing.
So definitely it's formal to semi-formal to formal. So no tennis shoes, no shorts, anything like that. Some guys may opt out of a jacket. A jacket is a little bit more formal, but some may opt out of it, but they're still in some type of like kind of suit formal dress.
Right.
As far as dresses, we want to be sure everything's covered.
Right.
I know that fashion sometimes, it's gonna be strapless or have a small strap. It might be a little bit lower cut than what you would wear to school. Maybe some pieces are like 2 pieces, but things are covered. So it's just formal to semi-formal, nice evening wear. So
great. And also time. When does it start? What's the earliest you can be there, and what's the latest you can stay after it's done?
Okay, so 7:30. We will probably start checking in a few minutes before 7:30, but we start at 7:30, and we will get everybody in as quick as possible, and we end at 11:30. So at 11:30, we'll start, moving everybody towards the door for their pickups and things like that.
So you want everybody out by 11:45, but it'll be a gradual process starting at 11:30.
Yeah, we'll start moving everybody out by 11:30. We have only so much time that we have to like clear everything out of the building and things like that. So we'll start doing that then.
My next question is, can we go back in once we leave the venue?
No, if you leave the venue for any reason, you're pretty much, once you leave, you've left for the night. So no in and out.
So in case of emergency?
If there's an emergency and you feel like there's something you need to step out for or come back in, then there will be plenty of administration and teachers there that you can contact them. They'll be at the door as well and kind of talk to them. I mean, we have sometimes, had a case where somebody's like, oh, I left this shoe in my car or something. And, but for the most part, if you leave, and you walk out, if it's an emergency and you're like, I need to take care of this or whatever, just contact an administrator so we can figure that out.
All right, great. What are things that could get someone like really in trouble or kicked out of the venue?
Gosh, things that you would, don't do things that you wouldn't do at school. Don't bring anything that is
So basically,
illegal.
It is a school-sanctioned event.
Yes.
All school rules still apply.
Yes, school rules still apply. You just treat it like you're in the school building, and wear informal attire. You don't want to be, fighting or have any kind of any drugs, alcohol, any of that kind of stuff that would get you in trouble at school. It's going to get you in trouble there as well.
Of course. Can we bring personal cameras and phones?
Yes, your phones are allowed. You're definitely going to want to take pictures while you're there. All your friends are there. Cameras are allowed. Just be sure that you keep up with it. It's really hard. Like if you set it down on a table and then you forget to go back and pick it up, we try to collect that stuff at the end of the night, but it's really hard to get it back. So try to keep up with it.
Is there parking at the venue? And if we're not driving ourselves, like getting dropped off, where do we do that, get dropped off?
Yeah, so you'll be dropped off right at the building. There's like a little kind of drive that you can be dropped off, and we'll send a map out to everybody. Like next week, we'll send a big email with all the here's where you get dropped off and things like that.
Great.
And there's a parking lot there, so you can park.
Perfect.
So
great. Is there going to be a fee for parking at all?
No, parking is free.
Awesome. What do we do if we lose, forget, or misplace an item at the venue, such as like a phone or a wallet?
So check in with somebody at the front desk, or we'll have a check-in station. I'll be there, administration will be there, so you can check in with any of us, and we'll just kind of help look for it. We can maybe make an announcement with the DJ. Hey, everybody, check for this item. That kind of thing.
Right. Do what you can.
Yes.
What are your admission requirements? So school ID, ticket, driver's license.
So we don't have any formal tickets that you'll have in hand. We just have a guest list that you're going to sign in with when you get to the venue.
Right.
But you do have to have your ID with you. We prefer school ID, but we will take like driver's license, anything like that. It just has to be a picture ID.
Great. What events do we have to look forward to at the venue?
Yes. So there's going to be a dinner. And I heard that we're going to have peach cobbler for dessert. So it's a good, nice dinner. And then we'll have, of course, dancing. We have the DJ there. He'll be playing.
Right.
We have a photographer that does like event-style photography. So he'll be taking pictures throughout the night of just everybody in every different spot. And then he posts a link after so everybody has access to the pictures. And you can download them to your own phone and things like that.
So is there going to be a designated area for people to take pictures of themselves with their date? And
yes.
Their friends?
Yes. So we'll have a couple of spots set up where you can do that with your own phone. And then we also have a photo booth. I don't give too much away because it's kind of a surprise based on our theme.
Yes.
But we'll actually have two different style photo booths. One that will print like a postcard size photo of you guys.
Cool.
And then we'll have one that's like a flip book, which is traditional if anybody's been before. It takes several poses, and as you flip through it, it makes you look like you're animated, like a stop motion kind of thing. So we'll have both of those options there, in addition to places you can just take pictures with you and your friend with your phone and things like that.
Awesome. How do we vote for prom king and queen?
Yes, that's a big question. We will have a table set up inside the venue once you get there, and we'll just have a form for you to just come over and vote. Only CHS students will vote, so your guests won't vote if they're from another school, and only seniors will vote. So if you're bringing a guest that's not a senior at CHS, but you will vote. We will make announcements like, voting's going to end at this time. We'll cut it off, figure out who the winner is, and then they'll make the big announcement. So,
all right. And then bag requirements, like clutches, purses.
Small clutch, small purse. Ladies, we know we need to carry things with us, lipstick, anything like that you want to carry with you. And if you don't have pockets in your purse, if you're lucky, you can have pockets in your purse, but you can carry a small one, but no big bags, no like bags that carry change of clothes and things like that.
Nothing that could potentially be construed as suspicious.
Correct.
Okay, I think that was my last question. Do you have anything else to add?
I don't think so. Just be on the lookout for an email next week. So everybody that's on that guest list and has officially bought a ticket will get that email. If you bought a ticket and you don't get the email, let me know. But it's, just to double check. This is just to double check ourselves and make sure everybody's aware of what time to come, what time it starts, and all that stuff.
We can start EOC testing. We will give the Algebra 1 and U.S. History test on Tuesday, May 3rd. We will give the Biology test on Wednesday, May 4th. All testing students must bring their fully charged KISD issued Chromebook, charger cord, and a sack lunch to test. Students may pick up a sack lunch in the cafeteria before testing. Plan to arrive to your testing center by 8:30 a.m. Students without a Chromebook will not be able to test. Non-testing students have late arrival at 11:45 both days.
AP testing begins Monday, May 2nd, and runs through Friday, May 13th. All AP testers must bring a photo ID, number 2 pencil with erasers, and black or dark blue pens. If your test allows any additional items, you will get that information from your AP teacher. For morning sessions, please report to your testing location at 7:30 a.m. For afternoon sessions, please report to your testing locations at 11:30 a.m. Testing locations will be posted on each floor of CHS by Friday, April 29th.
Student body officer elections were last week, and if you selected the following students to represent our student body and lead the way with planning homecoming, spirit days, drives, and more for the 2022-2023 school year.
Please congratulate President Kaylin Lehman, Vice President Jojo Scherer, and Secretary Savannah Blessing.
The Charger track team competed at the area meet last week, and 5 athletes qualified for the next round of the competition. Kaden Kraft was the area champion in pole vault. Logan Williams and Melissa Tagorda also competed in pole vault. Brooklyn Gowdy Williams qualified for both the 100 hurdles and 300 hurdles. And Todd Young qualified in the 400. These 5 will complete at UT Arlington. Good luck, Chargers. Our area track meet was last week. Here is a quick look at those who advanced to regionals.
Hi, I'm Caden.
What did you jump at your last meet?
I jumped 14.9.
What is your goal jump for the state meet?
I'm planning on jumping 16. That would be nice.
How are you preparing for your next state meet?
I'm just working hard, getting enough sleep, making sure my energy levels are up, really. That's about it.
Come on, bring the juice. Let's go.
Two.
Hi, my name is Melissa Tagorda.
What did you jump at your last meet?
At my last meet, I jumped a new PR of 11 foot. Yeah.
What is your goal jump for your state meet?
My goal for state meet is 11 foot again, hopefully, but 11.6 would be great. Yeah.
And how are you preparing for your next meet?
Well, just going to school practice and club practice, doing outside work and workouts.
Perfect. 3, 2.
My name is Todd Young, and I'm a sophomore, and I run track, and I'll be going to regionals for the 400 meters.
What was your time at your last competition?
It was a 50.38.
What is your goal time for regional?
Try to get like a 49 or a low 49.
And how are you preparing for the next meet?
I'm just training, trying to get my stamina up and learning how to breathe and keep my form and learn how to stride and all that.
Sounds good. Three, 2.
Hi, my name is Brooklyn Williams. I'm a junior.
What was your time for your last competition?
I ran a 45.19 at area to qualify for regionals this week.
And what is your goal time for regionals?
Below a 44 so I can make it to state.
How are you preparing for your next meet?
A lot of practice. I have practice every day, and then I practice outside of school just so I can have the time I want to get to state.
Oh, perfect.
Are you interested in sparking change? Are you a leader who wants to make real change at CHS? Are you passionate about advocacy, human rights, anti-racism, and equality? If so, the Student-Powered Anti-Racism Coalition is looking for new leaders for the 2022-23 year. We are looking for exceptional leaders with courage, dedication, and drive. Email Ms. Kidson or scan one of the lime green Spark Officer application QR codes flying around the school.
If you want to be in the middle of the action, join Yearbook to take pictures, talk to people, gain college skills, and be creative in making a book together. We are looking for a few more people to join. Posters with QR codes are hanging up in the halls or on a bulletin board outside C003. See Mr. Wagoner for more information. Please fill out the QR code on the poster by May 3rd. If you purchase a football honor cord and have not picked yours up, stop by Coach King's room C108 and pick yours up.
Here's a video recap of our Lightning Dancer review that took place last week.
Let me out. I graduated with honors. I ball made O'Connor. I did a freestyle, then I got a shout out from the high. Just what they do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Gotta get that.
If you forgot to pre-order a yearbook, we have extras, but we only have 100 for you to buy. Order forms are outside C003. Online orders at josens.com is possible. We may run out, and once they are gone, that is it. Don't miss out.
Attention all upcoming juniors and seniors. We are currently looking for students to join Charge of Champions for next year. If you are interested, look for the neon flyers and scan the QR code to fill out the application. Here's our Central Chargers football team presenting our Teacher of the Month award to Miss Oliveira, who is in charge of our cafeteria.
On behalf of the Central Charger football team, teachers, we would like to thank you for your support. Charger! Run! Charger! Run! Charger! Run!
Hi, my name is Cornelius Wilson.
Hi, my name is Christian Hansen.
And on behalf of the Central football team, we would like to present Miss Oliveira as Teacher of the Month.
Miss Oliveira has helped us with our morning workouts by providing us breakfast every day after our workout. So we just wanted to thank her and give her this award.
Wow, thank you so much. This is amazing.
If you are interested in being a manager for football next season, please stop by and talk to Coach King in room C108 for an application. Student managers film, help with practice, and attend every varsity football game. Please stop by the end of April for an application. One act plays were a smash hit last week. Here's a show recap of the two plays, Caucasian Chalk Circle and A View from the Bridge.
Caucasian Chalk Circle, also known as C3, was put on as a JV Type 1 act. It follows the story of a maid from Gusinia who has to escape before the political turmoil causes her demise. This girl, Grusha, is separated from her fiancé and is left only with a young child. It is not their child, but rather the child of the late governor and his wife. Little Michael was left behind by the carelessness of his mother and only saved by the kindness of Grusha. The duo escape to the mountains but are pursued by soldiers from the city. After being married off by her own brother, she is caught by the soldiers and sent back to the city to stand trial for kidnapping the heir of the governor. A View from the Bridge was the one-act play done by Central this year. They made it to Odessa for area and were alternate to region. The story is narrated by a lawyer and it follows the life of Eddie Carbone, his wife, and his niece. He lets his wife's cousins, Marco and Rodolfo, stay with him to work, even as illegal immigrants. His niece, Catherine and Rodolfo, fall in love to the discontent of Eddie. Eddie is much too involved and protective of his niece, to the point of privation.
Yeah, but how am I gonna do that? I mean, she thinks I'm a baby.
performance was followed by senior bows. All 10 of the seniors in one act were recognized. Isaac Imson, Brendan Sullenberger, Xander Koos, Audrey Lyles, Landry Barker, Dylan Thomas, Oliver Knight, Jordan Clay, Marissa Spinelli, and Ella Martin.
If you're interested in doing what we do, then you should join the podcast. We need editors, videographers, and news anchor talent. Stop by C108 and pick up an application and ask any questions with Coach King and C108.
That's all we have today, Central. For more news and information, make sure you see us. Oh, did we do the wrong way? It's this way.